Northern Canada's wild frontier. Here, nature stages one of her greatest dramas. Every year, 3 million caribou migrate across the Arctic tundra. The immensity of the herd can only be properly appreciated from the air. Some herds travel over 2,000 miles a year in search of fresh pastures. This is the longest overland migration made by any animal.
Every morning at 5:30 a.m, I wake up, leave my block by 6, turn left, walk through the courtyard, go through the steel gate that creaks like a tanker being let out to sea. And then I'm out, crossing the road, passing the ambulance station where the paramedics are changing shifts, working out the back of their vans, in which they save lives in. See hearts stopping before going home to make breakfast for their children and brush their teeth. Then I'm down past the car wash, doing a right onto Edgware Road, past the tile shop, the Persian restaurant, the Cypriot barbers that's been there for years, where I used to get me hair bowl cut at 8. And then as I cross Frampton Street, I pass in between the transit vans parked there up outside Embassy Plumbing, with the plumbers inside their cabins drinking tea or snoozing, waiting for Embassy Plumbing to open up so they can get at the copper pipes and stopcocks they need for their day's graft. And then, suddenly, I'm on Edgware Road proper, amongst the discarded chicken boxes, the discarded pizza boxes, the pita breads, naan breads, chicken bones, pizza crusts, mounds of rice, pigeons pecking at the sick pats chucked up the night before. And ahead of me is Marylebone Road flyover, rising up out of the fumes and mists like our Kilimanjaro, our Mount Fuji. And as I head towards there, aware, I'm looking out for any predators that might want to get in the way of my progress, who might be hiding in away in shop doorways, prone in the scrub, ready to break cover and burst full pelt across the road at me, wanting to sink their teeth into my underbelly. As I head down the half mile to Marylebone Road, past Paddington Green Nick, across Marylebone Road to hook a right alongside the Hilton Metropole, and as I wait for the number 18 by the bus stop there, I watch the kerfuffle outside the hotel staff door. It's like a watering hole. They all gather here. The cleaners, the chambermaids, the porters, the dishwashers, the receptionists, the handymen, the waiters and waitresses, all smoking cigarettes before they go into work or whenever they have a break, all holding plastic cups of coffee or tea in their hands, talking to each other. The men with Slav tongues unleashing words out of their mouths like shells leaving a big ship's gun, quickly leaving the hot breath and smoke behind before exploding in the air. And the ladies letting the words exit their mouths like chuck knives, clashing and sharpening their metals, carving the air up into little bits. And the Africans there, all talking over loudly and excitedly like they've just won some kind of a bet. Spinning around while dragging deep down on their cigarettes before throwing their heads back and laughing the smoke out of their mouths up into the cold air. And then, when the bus comes, I get on with the Somalians and the Eritreans, the Jamaicans, the Guyanese, the Moroccans, and the Slavs, all huddled up in their little bundles, tapping away on their phones or sleeping. So we all head in on the bus, packed together, safe. Past the Travis Perkins by the roundabout, before coming up alongside the smart new offices of Paddington Basin, where a youth club once used to stand, where men once earned enough money heaping sacks onto the backs of barges and trucks and trains that they could feed their families with it, which I now stare in at from the top deck to see an empty call centre. Scores of annexed offices with their whiteboards and giant flip pads, where employees will later be taught the intricate ways which they have to perform. If they still want to eat, if they still want to keep a roof over their heads. As we go down under the underpass, then up onto Arrow Road, past the college, past the shut down stripper club, the lawyers' offices offering benefit representation, the Westminster Registration Office, Giant Iceland, Shoe Zone, Angela's Nails, the Bangladeshi Caterers Association, the scores of ethnic supermarkets and chicken shops, Halal Aldi, winging it until my junction comes up, where I get off and walk up the last hill left. Hooker left, follow the bridge up over that dirty canal again, as in front of me the sun rises up behind Trellick Towers, spreading its great oranges and purples across our great, unforgiving concrete savannah, before turning left onto the road that leads me finally down into work. The monarch butterfly does this. The blue whale does it. Salmon and wildebeest do it too. But they only do it once a year, while we do it every day. Day after day. Week after week, year after year. But no one ever makes documentaries about us. No one ever sits in front of their tellies of a night listening to David Attenborough tell us how beautiful it all is. That a man can travel the same path every day, twice, just so as he can keep hold of his job, just so as he can eat, drink, and secure a mate, just so he's able to carry on surviving. Just so he's able to keep on keeping on.